Hi, so how do you go from wardrobe inspiration like this to a closet of clothes that actually works and that you can get dressed from every day and look and feel fabulous? Well, we're going to talk about that today. Hi, thanks for sticking with me. So let's go from the dream to the reality. I'm Liz Cleva from Closet Play Image, where we are all about bright ideas for your style and your wardrobe. And this weekend, I was pulling together my winter capsule wardrobe. So in the previous post and video, I talked a little bit about my inspiration, and you can catch that. I never remember which side it's on. You can catch that up there somewhere. But I did want to talk today about how to make that inspiration or that imagination happen. So it all starts with what you already own. There's no reason to go out and buy a whole new wardrobe. I create my capsules pretty much 99.9% of what I already own. And I don't own a whole lot. I have what you see here, plus a storage box, yay big, of out of season clothes. So it's about kind of honing in on the feeling and the vibe you want and then selecting what's going to support that. So let's take a look. If you want to see where I started and the piles, take a peek at this. Looks like a right mess, doesn't it? So how do you go from that mess on the bed to this? Well, I start by color. And well, actually I lied. I start by number. So I think about how many pieces do I want to have. And I've been doing capsule wardrobes for a while. So for me, I know that my sweet spot is somewhere around 30. It might be a few less, like down to about 26. It might be a few more, up to 35 or 36. This is winter, so I'm expecting I want a little bit more so that I have more options for layering. And in my inspiration board, there's also some layering going on. So I want to make sure I've got a couple extra pieces for layering. So I started by pulling 30 hangers. There's actually a little bit more than 30 here now because you didn't want to watch me actually hang everything up. That was a drag. So I started with 30 hangers, and I started just with my first pile, which was the white pile. Now, I know for my personal style, I really love to wear a column of color. That means the same color, or at least the same shades of a color, or the same value of a color, the lightness or darkness, the depth of a color, from top to bottom. So that means I like to do that. And I also like to wear dresses for that same reason, because it gives me a long column of color. It makes me look a little bit taller, 5'3" on a good day after a great night's sleep. So I grabbed my white jeans. First, I got rid of everything that was completely inappropriate for the season. I took out the white linen blouses because I definitely don't need those here for winter. And so here's I pulled out my white jeans. I pulled out a white sweater, a white blouse, and my white jean jacket. Now that may feel like a lot of white for winter, but I'm okay with that. I live in a warmer climate and my coloring is light, so I do white in the winter. Now this was kind of an odd piece that I wasn't really sure about, but I decided that with the big fall sweater vest trend, and I thought this would be really cute for some layering. As a matter of fact, I thought, hey, why not wear that over that like a sweater vest, and that would be kind of fun. So I wouldn't normally probably include a sleeveless sweater, but I thought, hey, let's try it. We'll see how it goes. I may never wear it. It may be a total fail, or it may be perfect for some hotter days. All right, then I moved on to pink. Now, I don't necessarily get a column of color in pink because, well, my pink trousers are too snug for me right now. But I did pull in my 2 pink blouses because I wanted those for sure. And then I had to try this on to make sure it did fit, a pink dress. So pink tweed dress and a pink sweater. So the only way I'm gonna get a column with pink is here with my dress, and that's okay. I don't wear a column all the time, but I do want some bright, or not bright, but I want some color, because for me, color is even more important in the winter. I know a lot of people default to dark colors and neutrals in the winter. And I shouldn't talk, I'm wearing a dark sweater today, right? A lot of people default to dark colors and neutrals in the winter when what we really need is color to help elevate our mood and boost our mood, because color is a huge mood booster. Okay, so let's move on. So then I moved on to the green pile that I had, and I pulled in my green skirt. I had been in love with it for a couple seasons, put it away because it was too heavy for summer, left it away for fall, and now I'm ready to fall back in love. One of my favorite dresses of all time, that column of color. Now this doesn't give me a column, but it is quite long, so it gives me some length. This is probably the first long skirt I've owned in probably 25 years. So I'll wear it for a while, we'll see. Green jacket, and then we move on to teal. Now I love jeans and pumps and a blouse and a jacket. That is one of my default outfit recipes. When I don't know what I'm gonna wear, I need to feel ready for anything, that will be jeans, my Levi's 501s, which we'll run across here later. It's gonna usually be jeans, blouse, and like a silky blouse always feels lovely, silk blouse, jacket, pumps. That's that. So I know I want quite a few jackets or toppers in my wardrobe. Now, do I worry about balance when I build a wardrobe? I kind of pull it all together and see where it goes, and I'll give it a count. Usually we're looking for 2 tops to every bottom, because obviously you don't need to wash your bottoms as often. But yeah, so there we go. So let's move on to teal. So I have a pair of teal trousers, and I love these. These are a great colored neutral. This skirt is also a wonderful color neutral. So I get a little bit more life in my wardrobe and a little more interest, but I treat them as neutrals. A teal dress, and then a teal moto jacket, because it kind of creates a little suit. So I get another column of color there. Bonus. So let's move on to the blues. So then that was my blue pile. So, maybe I should put this in with the teal pile. Whatever, doesn't matter. Anyway, so light blue blouse, sweater. This one was kind of a surprise. I pulled this off a rack. I haven't worn this in a few seasons, and I thought, oh, you know what, this feels good. It feels festive and cheerful with the stripes. This is another kind of interesting piece. You can actually take the ruffle off the neck, and I wore it a couple times layered over some other blouses, so I kind of like that effect, that smock effect. A sweater, brighter blue than I would normally choose, and certainly not quite in keeping with my palette, but I'm gonna give it a whirl. It's soft and cozy and cashmere, and that feels like my vibe. So this is a perfect spot to stop and talk about vibe. So for the season, now this is not about my style cocktail, my dressing style or anything else, but every season I sort of think, how do I want my wardrobe to feel? And for me, this season, I wanted it to feel, I got it right here, modern, casual, and continental. So those words mean something to me. They probably mean something completely different to you. But when I go look at these pieces, I get that feeling. So that jeans, blouse, and jacket feeling definitely attributes to that continental. So for me, the luxe fabrics like the cashmere sweater, thank you, Alexandra, and the silk blouses, that feels continental. There's a feeling of quality and a little bit of luxury to that. Also, luxe, L-U-X-E, looks, luxury is a big thing this season. Opulence, daytime opulence. So why not? Let's go for the silks and the cashmeres. These are all, like I said, and it's not like I went out and bought a whole bunch of new clothing. Nothing here is new. This is all stuff that's been in my wardrobe except for this, which was just a recent gift. All of this stuff has been in my wardrobe for at least a season, sometimes 2, 3, and some of these pieces, honestly, like this jacket we're about to get to, is more than 10 years old. All right, so it's about shopping your wardrobe. All right, and you can create difference even shopping your own wardrobe. So my classic denim shirt, a pair of jeans that has been dyed and re-dyed. They started white and got stained, and so now they're kind of a light blue. My Levi's 501s, classics, a leopard print kind of easy dress. Now, for a lot of people, dresses are just not a thing. They don't wear them. I love them because they give me a column from shoulder to knee. This one's really easy breezy, super casual. It'll probably be my Thanksgiving outfit. because there's plenty, it's no waste. No waste. I can have that extra helping of pie. And then here's the jacket I mentioned that I've had for probably about 10 years. Haley, if you're out there, maybe you remember when we went shopping at J. Jill that day, but I've had it forever. I love it. I love the jacquard pattern. I love the drama of the oversized collar. I'll wear it with jeans. I'll wear it for daytime. I'll wear it for nighttime. It's great for the holiday season for me. So that's something we need to think of as we're doing our questioning and asking ourselves what we need. So I need things for the holiday season. December is always a little crazy because it's the end of the year. And then we launch into birthday season in our family. February, February is a big birthday season. So this capsule, December, January, February, has to carry me through a lot of celebrating. Not just the Christmas season, because we do celebrate Christmas, but New Year's, my birthday, my mother's birthday, and she's got a big one coming up, which is very exciting. Our son's birthday. We have a whole bunch of family celebrations in the months of December, January, and February. So, oh my goodness, gosh, I hope that just didn't unplug. All right, so let's move on and I'll finish this up smartly because your time is valuable and I don't want to waste it. And then I just moved on to the last color that I had, which was gray. So I've got my gray sweater. It's just a fine merino, fine lightweight merino sweater. Really, if you want to up your style game, something to think about is, I don't want to say replacing, but rather than grabbing a t-shirt, grab a sweater. It looks just a little, especially if it's a lightweight sweater, looks just a little bit more polished. So you've got that continental there, right? Looks a little bit more polished, but just as comfortable and just as casual, but with more polish. All right, a nice nubbly, heavyweight cardigan for those chilly days. Short sleeve sweater. So this one, cashmere. So we've got the luxe kind of, quality feel. And then yes, I'm gonna layer this over some of my blouses to create a fun layered look. A couple of skirts. I fell back in love with skirts in the fall, particularly knee-length skirts. I had always struggled with proportion, but for some reason, they seem to be working better for me now. So another oldie but goodie. This one makes every capsule, every season, every year. I've had it for probably almost as long as I've had the dress, so 8 or 9, maybe 10 years. And then, let me put it in over here. Super casual little striped dress, just basically as comfortable as jammies. If I don't wear the leopard for Thanksgiving, I'll be wearing this, as comfy as jammies. So tights and boots, a nice way to wear a cute casual dress or take a dressier dress down a notch and make it more wearable. We used to have this difference between day dress and evening dress. Evening dresses for afternoon or evening, and day dresses, which were for every day, for going to grocery shopping and everything else, if we cast our eyes back to the 1950s and 60s. And we've lost that concept of day dress. And that's what I look for. I look for dresses that are day dresses, that I can dress easily during the day, like with flats or something comfortable and low, and then bang up the jewelry and put on some heels for afternoon or evening, because it's not a nighttime fancy dress, but it's gonna look nicer than a lot of other things I could throw on. We'll just leave it at that. Okay, and then last but not least, second to last, penultimate, a word I don't get to use nearly as often as I'd like. So there we go. Kind of a Chanel-y type jacket. Now you may wonder why I have so many jackets here. So many toppers jackets. I've got 1, lightweight, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's because I happen to live in Georgia, where our winters are not particularly cold. These jackets, particularly this wool one, will take me outside for most of our winter days. I rarely need a heavy winter coat. And on those days I do, I would probably toss this underneath it for an extra layer. Gets a little bit more of that layering going on. And so yeah, so there we go. And the ultimate piece is the sweater I'm wearing right now, which was also, I pulled into my fall wardrobe when our weather got a little bit colder. So I would hang it in with my blues. So that's a little bit about how I pull it together. I think about the vibe I want, the pieces I have, and I pull those in. And if it doesn't fit the feeling, then if I love it anyway, I'll include it. If I don't, maybe it's time to rethink it. Maybe that's not a piece that I'm going to carry forward. So I'll keep it, put it away in my storage box, and give it an assessment again next season. I'm about to sneeze. Let me stop doing that. If you got any value out of this video, if you found this helpful or amusing or just plain old crazy, please give me a thumbs up and like and subscribe. This is YouTube, you know how it works. Thank you for supporting my business, and thank you for spending some of your time with me, because your time is valuable and any of it you spend with me is a gift. Again, I am Liz Kleba from Closet Play Image. That's closetplay.biz, biz rhymes with Liz, where we are all about bright ideas for your style and your wardrobe. Thanks so much for spending your time with me today. Stay safe and sound and sane and stylish.